Here we are again. Healing words of wisdom, let it be in the Wisdom Factory. Hello and welcome to the Wisdom Factory. This is a forum for open-minded people like you and like us, naturally, who have knowledge, experience, and wisdom to share with the world. I'm Heidi Hornlein.
And I'm Mark Davenport.
Our topics will cover most areas of human experience. And we invite people who not only have interesting things to say about their topics, but who have also an involved perspective on themselves and on what they are doing. They are all inspired in contributing to the creation of a better world by helping people to gain a better understanding and perspective of what is happening in their own life and what is happening in the world, and what they can contribute to resolve the many problems we are facing in this time of history.
And this is our 10th episode, and it belongs, like the last two shows, to the category of business. The title is Local and Global Heroes. And before we introduce our guests, Josef Kreitmayer and Tamara Romaniuk, some words about us, your hosts. We have created the show because we want to bring our knowledge and experience inspired by integral ideas out into the world. The things we have learned, which have those things that have opened up our vision of the world and what it is all about. We both were attracted to integral theory a few years ago. Sometimes we say many, but that's stretching it a little.
Oh, I already since 97.
Okay, you started before me. Okay, all right. and this literally, it changed our lives, and including giving us the opportunity to meet and get together. So we're counselors and coaches, and especially for creating thriving relationships. And
yes, we have.
Yes, lots of practice there. And we run an association, a retreat and guest house called Paradiso Integrale in Umbria, here in Italy, where you are welcome to stop by and visit.
Yes, we are waiting for you. So let's come to our show of today.
Yeah.
First, I will welcome Josef Kreitmayer. Hello, this is the black and white guy here. He's Austrian and lives in Vienna, and he is working on international projects. He is a project developer and activist, a seminar leader, and a networker. And he has studied sociology and human ecology, and he has developed a cartography of projects of alternative forms of economy and innovative education initiatives. Oh, I got that all out.
Wow.
Which will be the focus of our talk today. He builds this future library and gives courses in participatory forms of project design and leadership. Did I get it right, Josef?
Kind of, yes.
Good. Do you want to add something about you? What do people need to know about you?
About the mapping projects and about most of the things that I do, it's not that I would do them. I'm a contributor to those many things that you mentioned. Especially the mapping project is an international effort of many different initiatives and people from mainly Europe, mainly Germany and Austria, but also already other continents. Like we're working with an organization from the United States. And it's really interesting to see how our different cultures mix and how we all together produce what we dream of can help the world to develop.
Okay, we will talk about that a little later. First, I see we have somebody in the audience. There is Markus Dieterle. Hello, Markus. So nice that you are here.
Markus.
And also Marianne West from San Diego, so from the other part of the pond.
Yeah, the other pond. Yes.
The other pond. Now we go to
Tamara Romaniuk, who comes from Poland and now lives in Berlin. She considers herself to having always been an unconventional and untamed soul. She studied at the Fine Arts Academy in Krakow, in Poland, and has always questioned what it means to be an artist. And she's come to understand that, in some sense, we are all artists, and when we are doing our best, we are really being artistic. And over the last decade, she has created local heroes to promote creativity, individuality, entrepreneurship. And this will be our focus today. So we invite all of you watching the show live or in replay to write your comments and questions in the comment section, and we'll get back to you guaranteed.
Okay. First, we have to ask Tamara if
Yes,
she wants
we
to
do.
ask something. So, Tamara, I have to say, Tamara now is not in Berlin, but she is in Munich, and she doesn't have her normal computer, so she cannot write her name underneath, and neither her not email. How is it called?
Her website. Yeah. So we should probably say Tamara Romaniuk a few times.
Tamara Romaniuk.
Tamara Romaniuk.
And now you add
Tamara Romaniuk. I joined.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Tamara Romaniuk. And what I would like to add to beautiful introduction you just made is a question maybe who I was asked yesterday. Somebody asked me, what is your background? And without much of thinking, I answered to that, my background is a humanity. And so everything what I'm created so far, it's coming from that source, that we are all human, and I strongly believe that we are divinely human. So yes, and I've created a project called Local Heroes to promote creativity, because I strongly believe that this is a source of each of our being, and it's such a powerful energy, and it belongs to everyone, and it's like the air to breathe, and we all, when we are creating anything, we becoming more alive. So what I do, I encourage people to be creative, and I empower people to believe in themselves, that they are absolutely unique.
Yeah.
And I think you're right, aren't you?
Yep. I believe so.
So I think we begin with you, Tamara, ladies first, to tell us a little bit about this project, the Local Heroes. I mean, you are a local hero, but I think it's not what you mean.
No, I believe that everyone is a local hero in some point. It's like what I say is that I was searching for myself, what does it mean to be an artist, and after years of searching, and I know it's so obvious that each of us is an artist. Doesn't matter that I finished Academy of Fine Art. It's when we are becoming creative, we are being artistic, and Local Heroes is a system of what I've created, which exists in several cities right now in Poland, and right now it will start also in New Mexico. And because of the tool of internet, it's possible to integrate and to connect with people and spread my message even further. And one of the value I'm promoting through my project is that it's a value to connect instead of competing. And this is a big part. So I'm promoting small entrepreneurs who dare to live passion through my system. And in the same time, I'm connecting them together so they can exchange their knowledge and interact with each other. And internet is a great thing for that. And I also build a system which exists in the city. Because I'm a designer, I've designed the logo of that and how it works. And I'm also selling, I'm promoting I'm teaching people how to run their business with my idea. So everyone in the world can start local heroes project if they want.
Good, but
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit how this project works? What exactly are you doing?
I'm promoting entrepreneurship, and so I'm connecting with many small businesses in the region, in the surrounding, who are doing beautiful things, who are not. These are places which I call with a soul. When you walk to the place, or you meet somebody, even over the internet, that feels like it belongs to you. It feels like you're at home. That place has a soul. It means that somebody put a lot of heart into that creation. So I'm searching for that people who are putting a lot of heart to what they're doing, and I'm promoting those people through my system. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. We have the comment from Markus. Let me bring that up. Here he says, each of us is an artist. He likes that, Tamara.
Thank you. Yes.
And I do believe that. There were people who called me Lebenskünstler in German. Artist of life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
That's our default position, I think. You know, if we don't have a specialty, we are an artist in our life. Our whole life is a creation.
Artist.
Yes.
I'm also a musician, so I'm an artist too.
Well,
So anyway, we come back to you later, Tamara, I guess. So first we ask, Josef, you are the global hero in some way, and who are your global heroes?
I wouldn't yet say global, but this is what we finally want to do. What our work is based on is the technical possibilities of the internet. Since very recent, since the last, I would say, 5 years, mapping engines like Google Maps and OpenStreetMaps are that far and that usable for like the everyday user, so that you don't need to be a technician, you don't need to be a programmer to produce maps, geographical maps of points that are in your area of interest. And what we found out is that there's many maps out there about social innovative projects, about community gardens, about bicycle infrastructure, about how peer-to-peer lending, about commons-based infrastructure or shared infrastructure that enables people to live a life with less resources and still have a really good lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we identified many of these maps, and some of the problems we currently have is they are not connected. So basically, on one layer you probably have one map that has all biking infrastructure that you can find, and on another one you would find oh, there's a gift shop just right around the corner, but you have to browse through all of them. And what we want to do is we want to bring them together on one surface, make them filterable, so that you easily can see, okay, this is my square kilometer. This is where I live. Okay, I have this and that and that. So basically, by using online technology, we want to enable people to engage with projects and initiatives that are just around the corner. Yeah.
This is wonderful because I take the word again. Because, for instance, when I came to Italy and here in the countryside, it is about almost 30 years ago, and I thought I'm alone. And only about 4 or 5 years ago, we have found out there are so many foreigners living here. Dutch people, German people, Swedish people, Norwegian, Americans too. And you know, we didn't know. I didn't know. And this would resolve in some way if we had a map like yours, we would find out who is. I mean, these are private people, but if I want to go to a dentist or somebody, I could find out on your maps, or is your map confined to certain topics?
it's confined to certain topics. So you wouldn't find a dentist there unless it would be a very innovative dentist in some kind of field of ecology, social areas, or community business areas. So if it would be, let's say, normal dentist who is the owner of his business, who changes the profits of his business, and doesn't contribute in any way to social change or ecological aware transformation, we don't map that.
Okay, how do you know that they do this? They might do it and they don't publicize it in some way.
Or they might say they do it and they don't.
Yeah, that's some of the big questions that we very often have. You know, it's like, let's say with the dentist, that's nothing very obvious. That's something, actually, currently we focus on initiatives where you can easily distinguish. We're developing a taxonomy, meaning categories, which is, for example, the mode of interaction. So with the dentist, the mode of interaction would be buying a service. And some other mode of interaction would be bartering or lending or gifting. And by these modes, we can filter how these businesses or organizations operate. And some focus that we currently have is, for example, on commons-based peer infrastructure. So let's say a bike kitchen where people have a self-repair bike shop with the mode of interaction of collaborating in a space, we map that. Or community-supported agriculture, where people themselves contribute to the production. That is also easily mappable. Be it about social issues and about ecological issues. We are currently in the phase of development one part of the taxonomy that allows valuing. This is a very, it's like to say, okay, they do bartering, or they do selling, or they do gifting. That is very easy. There is not a lot of evaluation behind that. If you say, okay, they are doing good business, or let's say bad business, or whatever, this is very complicated. Yeah. And so we start the mapping with the, let's say, easy task, and it's also, we have a social challenge, which is to evaluate and to see, okay, what should be on the map and what not. This is the social challenge. And we have the technical challenge. How do we make that possible? How do we integrate all the different maps? How do we make it user-friendly and all of this? So we decided to start with the easy task.
Can I interfere a little bit here? We want to bring it in the Integrale framework. You are talking very much on the external side, what is reality, what you can see and what you can measure. And there is also the internal side, and this seems to speak more by Tamara. And I have here a comment from Michael Thomas, and he says, hard along with honesty are premium qualities. Thanks, Tamara. Romaniuk. So this is the other side in the four quadrants of Ken Wilber, no? The left side, the internal space, which seems to be more in Tamara's focus. Is it so?
Yes, it is. I'm absolutely fascinated about relation between inner and outer. In my opinion, everything what we create comes from the inside out, and then it is still in relation. It's like we talking about integrity. We are always in some kind of relation. We are relation to ourselves and to our creation, and this is an exchange of energy. So when we put something in the form, there is immediately an energy which comes also back from that form. and talking about business, it's exactly the same. It's like having a child. which it came out of you, but it has a own living. But you are in a relation from that. So yes, talking from inside out. Yes, is what I can explain in that topic from myself right now.
I want to bring up this comment from Markus. Do you want to read that?
Markus Dieterle says, sounds like an interesting project, Josef. Will things like local maker spaces, repair cafes, etc., be included there?
Definitely, that's very much in the current focus because there it's very easy. Like makerspace would be a collaborative space, and the repair cafe it's also a reuse recycling. So this is areas that we start mapping first.
Yeah, I'm detecting a slightly different emphasis between our two guests.
Yeah.
The technological side and the more, well, social side, I guess, would be the big distinction here. And boy, how do we make a real meta map of both sides of ourselves, you know, so that we can benefit from both the technology and the inner creativity and interaction that has to go on between us. You know, get all of this out there in some giant super map. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I see the connection. I see the connection between us, even if it doesn't seem like it, but I see the connection because it's, we always have to make choices. Like Josef is creating a system that he needs to choose people somehow who will be in that map, right? And so in the very technological system, there has to be made this choice. And in my project, I'm also dealing with the same subject. Who is local hero, in my opinion? Because I'm creating a picture of my surrounding, and I'm choosing people who are local heroes, in my opinion. So there's the question, you know, how are we making these choices?
Oh, important. How are we making the choices? Yeah.
Tamara, can I ask you, how do you define a local hero, or what makes a local hero? I would be interested in that.
Yeah, the shortest definition would be that whoever had created business or wrote a book or created a website, you feel the heart put it into that it's not just a machine. It's not just you know, I'm sure that you are able that you've experienced some kind of brands which are just a brand, but they don't have a feeling of having some like feeling that somebody really cares about that. It's like I don't know, a factory. So local heroes are small entrepreneurs for me, but not only small entrepreneurs who are putting creativity into their work, right?
Yeah, and
passionate people.
Passionate people, yeah.
And I understand to come from their heart space.
And but when you're creative, it is automatically coming out of your heart. This is a question. Where is the creativity is coming from? Actually, a good question.
Good question.
Okay. This is so. What do you? How can you say? What is the benefit? Who is the benefitee? How do you say that?
Who is benefited?
Who is benefited by your work, and in what way? Just to make it clear, I heard it already, but say it again. And people who watch here, for instance, what can they get out of it when they contact you?
So Well, I'm operating on a few different levels. So, for sure, a beneficial is to belong to the community who has certain values, and the benefit is to connect with people, creative people. This is one of the benefits. The other benefit is to being able to get supported by me in a very integral work, which I'm fascinated about from inside out, and it's about empowerment. I'm also creating workshops for people to support them with their thinking about how to create their business, how to send their message out, and how to go after their desires, what they really want to do in their life.
Okay, so you are working more in real life with people where you have really relationships and contacts with?
Also creating workshops over internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, then I would imagine that you would be encouraging that among your, if we can call them that, clients, there'd be a lot of mutual support between those people too, back and forth.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the collaboration aspect a little later. Let's first ask Josef, who is benefiting from your work and in what way?
Basically, what it's about social transformation. The mapping categories and how we work, we want to go from a product-based search to a need-based search. You know, do you know Manfred Max Neef?
Maslow, did you say?
No, Manfred Max Neef. Manfred Max Neef.
No, that's a new name. No.
Yeah, he's a Latin American social economist, and he basically coined it that way. Very many of the things that we interpret as needs are basically strategies to meet our basic needs. So let's say you're bored, you go out shopping, which very many people in our society do. So what the need they follow, or what the interpreters need, is shopping. But actually, what they would need would be leisure, would be some excitement, would be some creativity. Yeah. And what we would like to provide is a geographical overview of where you can meet your needs in a way that are beneficial to yourself, to your community, and to the whole ecosystem of our planet, which is basically nourishing us. So these three questions is guiding everything I do. And if not all of these three principles are met, I don't do it. So is it good for every individual involved? Check. Is it good is it building community and nourishing community? Check. Is it beneficial for the planet, which is nourishing us? Check. If one of these three is not met, I don't do it. This is basically guiding all my work, which the technical project that I'm presenting here is currently the broadest and biggest. I also do workshops, we do vision quests, we do startup weekends for sustainability entrepreneurs. We currently do a deep ecology training where people get an inner experience of guiding groups into their most inner space to find some source in themselves where to bring forward transformation. Yeah. We do project management courses based on the methods of Dragon Dreaming, which is a holistic project approach, and many other things. We do networking events for sustainability village initiatives, where it's a lot about community building, and we basically we're network builders, let's say, in any kind of way. Yeah.
This is interesting.
For sustainability transformation.
Uh-huh. It sounds like Integrale without the name. In many ways.
It is very much. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm wondering if since you're starting to move, to other parts of the world here, and what are the differences in culture? Not just the kind of horizontal differences, but maybe the level of awareness between here and, I don't know, did someone mention New Mexico?
Oh, that
was Tamara. Yeah, but yeah, so someplace between North and South Europe, perhaps, something like that.
Yes, and it is a very interesting topic because every region has their own qualities. It is a challenge when I'm working with people. It's a challenge how to orient how to put that project in different regions. But because I'm cooperating always with somebody who lives in that region, for example, New Mexico, and because they are born there, they know their surroundings, and they're speaking out for their own region. They're choosing what is the best for that region, and so I trust them that they know the best because they're there. For me, it's too far to imagine what is the best for New Mexico, from Berlin. But that's why it's yeah.
So what do you teach them? You said you have a course where you teach people to create similar projects as you have already done in Poland, and I think you are doing it now in Germany too.
Yes, like whoever wants to start local heroes project in any city in the world, I'm teaching them how to do it from A to Z, and I've created a program for that, which lasts 5 months, yes, 9 lessons, and I'm doing this over internet. So everyone can start their own company under local heroes, run their business, and in the same time promote creativity, local heroes, entrepreneurships in their own region.
Okay, you are saying now that it is created a company. Before it didn't come out that people can also earn money.
Okay, so yes. So I called this project before, but it is also creating your own business, your own company under a local hero's name.
And how does it look like?
How does it look like? I'm giving all the tools which I've designed, branding materials to start that project. So all marketing materials. I'm giving the internet access to web platforms and systems, which is for a small entrepreneur very hard to create everything from beginning. So those people are getting a full package from me that they can. The only thing they need to do is to connect with other people with the values which I'm and with the message which I'm sending out there. So the tools are there, they're prepared, and the only thing these people need to do is to connect with other people and start the project. And this is all the program is about. I teach these people how to go into connection with other people, how to also encourage those small local heroes from their surroundings, that it's good for them to promote themselves in that community.
And so for doing this, the local businesses have to give a certain fee.
Yes.
Adhering at the project. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So let's ask Josef about the collaboration aspect.
Really, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what I want to ask him. Sort of like there's got to be some connection other than a technical the technical connection. There's got to be some way in which people get a hold of other people and get in touch and support other people through the use of the maps, so to speak. If I'm being too simplistic, I'm sorry, but you know, the map is not the territory.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have the same aim. The aim is to create something better for our world, right? To give an example out there to people like Joseph just said, that there are certain things he requests, that this is good for the planet, this is good for social living, and so in my case it's the same. That this is healthy. This is healthy for human beings.
You're promoting the health of people and the planet, both of you.
Yeah. Actually, Tamara, in your work, up to now, I cannot really see the planet part reflected. I would be really interested if you would like to share something on this. This is, for us, this is one major ingredient. So basically, if that's not in it, in any kind of project, we don't do it. So entrepreneurship itself, for us, is something that we acknowledge, but we don't necessarily interfere with it. For us, it just makes sense if it's some sustainability and social entrepreneurship. That's basically what we are focusing on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, so let's get an example. If I'm promoting a topic of joy and health, which is, for the spirit and for the for the health, for the body. In your opinion, does it fit to your idea? Does it fit to the planet?
If it doesn't promote 2 weekly Thailand excursions, then probably yes. I think so. Yeah. If it's a more or less low resource program, then definitely. Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah.
Go on.
Okay.
I would like to say something about the collaboration part. I started smiling before so much when you mentioned that. Currently, so I would start describing our collaboration that is running the whole project, starting with the word MANIAC.
MANIAC.
It is really crazy. Very different people with very different worldviews are working together. Like there's people that are very much acknowledging capitalistic systems, and there's people that are totally against it, that are just for a money-free economy. And those people, unless they, even though they have very different opinions on some aspects of the world, they collaborate. And there's also a personal level where there's some mutual aspect of friendship and about of caring about each other. And there's also this aspect of having technicians and people that have no idea about techniques. Having people that are specialized in socio-ecological politics. And having others that are specialized in design and these kinds of things. And all of them together could be an explosive mix, but somehow we manage to work together more or less smoothly. It's really, sometimes it's quite strenuous, and sometimes and very often it's quite fun. Yeah. It's a really interesting bunch. I'm very happy to be part of that.
Yeah, do you have an idea how come that it is possible to collaborate instead of
competing?
I think because there's very many techniques and very many understandings out there and very many insights that all of the individuals contributing sometimes, somehow in their history, in their personal history, found that allow them to distance themselves from their opinions, to be empathic, to engage in a group, to speak from their heart. Yeah. And there's also some people that are like creating spaces, especially in our meetings. I'm one of these people, fortunately, yeah, that allow us to not get stuck in differences, but value our differences, discuss them, have controversies, but move on, yeah, and concentrate on what unites us. Yeah. And there's very many techniques. I'm sure, Tamara, you also know very many of those that you can learn that help you to engage with others, to cooperate, collaborate. And like, for example, non-violent communication, or also, I guess you work also with the business canvas models. We don't work with them so much, but they're really interesting tools. In the startup weekends, we work with that, but not so much in this effort because it's more or less the commons-based and not let's say business-driven effort. So we have different ideas of business modeling because this also needs to be nourished over time. And there's also like maybe circle way or kind of community building practices.
Yes, yeah. I am right now in Munich participating in a workshop with 23 countries, and it's called Common Ground. And it's about integration with body and mind. Nice. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I can see by your facial expressions that you both can get very enthused about what you're doing. And it's a real joy to see, and it's infectious, And I keep saying, oh, gosh, I hope this works. This sounds wonderful. It would be great. And I love maps too. Yeah. Wow.
And what I'm hearing that you are working more or less in the same field, but the collaboration aspect, I see it differently. With Josef, he is collaborating to create the map, and Tamara, you are more or less alone, but you teach other people how to collaborate.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we need to wrap up a little bit. Would you like to tell us and watch us what you are up to? Maybe you have a workshop nearby or a book or whatever. What can you give them as information about yourself? Where can they find you if they want to collaborate, if they want to know something about what you are doing? Ladies first.
Okay. So if you want to create local heroes project, start your own business with local heroes name wherever you are, you need to go to my website, which is called localheroesonline.net. And in the case you want to participate in a workshop which includes integration with body and mind, you need to go to the website livingfromyoursoul.org. And I'm starting a first workshop right now in Berlin in March, but it will be in-person workshop. But I'm also creating soon a virtual workshop in that same topic, which is called Desire Map. So this will be a workshop about how to set goals in our life which are in line with our soul. And this workshop will be also run over internet, and you will find information about that on the website livingfromyoursoul.org.
Wonderful. And you can put this information afterwards in the event page. People can find it there. Okay, and Josef?
I post the links here in these two chats that we have on here.
Yeah, we cannot see it. You have to post it on the event page later.
Okay, I'll do that. So basically, especially the person that before raised the question about the makerspace and the repair cafes, it would be really nice if you would like to join in our discussion boards, I'd say. You find that on the website transformative.co, and there you have to search around a little bit. We're currently in reconstructing the site. We just had our let's say annual gathering. Is it the first? It's like the project started last March. We just had that 1.5 weeks ago, and there we planned some restructuring. And about workshops and things, I'm part of the Dragon Dreaming Project Design Network, and I don't know, we counted 34 countries that we are active in, but workshops basically are running in, I think, about coordinated 6 or 7 countries. I don't know, France is not on yet, and the website is dragondreaming.org. The website is, it's interesting, I do a web project and our website is shot. The dragondreaming.org webpage, it's a multi-WordPress where several countries are on with I don't know how many users, several dozens, trainers, editors, administrators for each country, and we have some fake accounts that hacked it, and so the design currently doesn't properly work, but you can see the upcoming workshops. I think Germany is very active, and Spain is very active, and yeah, you can see that. And I'll also post my contact. If you're interested in any of those, just give me, I like short emails, you know, really short emails are nice. And I'll be happy to reply.
Okay, and you post your information then on the page, on the event page, so people can, because I actually didn't really understand everything, so there might be other people who didn't exactly understand. And as when we make typos, it would never arrive. So better you post it. Okay, thank you. And what we have going on, we have the next show, and this is a really great big one. We will have 2 big authorities in a week. There will be Martin Shervington from Google+, who is a very, very, very big guy in Google+. And we will have Jeff Salzman, who is a very, very, very big guy in the Integrale community.
Also quite tall.
Yeah. Also quite tall, yeah. And they will talk about the future of business.
Yeah.
Always out of the Integrale perspective. And I'm looking forward to it, and I invite everybody to come and watch it. And personally, we are preparing a relationship beyond your wildest dreams course. So you will find some notice soon about that. So thank you very much. Everybody who has watched, please write your comments. Everybody will answer to them. And bye-bye, and come and see us again next week.
Thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Thank you.